Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Barndo. We see here MLCW Week 7. The first off the ranks will be Down Under versus Odin's Bloodline. 1 point victory to Down Under. You see 95% to 95.27. So percentage was in Odin Bloodline favour, except they didn't get the 2 stars on the Town Hall 10. You see there, Nurse Drew, unluckily 1 star, 75%. Went for a Golaloon, which is more of a 3-star raid. It's interesting seeing these strategies and these things break down. So other than that, there must have been also 1 Town Hall missed. Number 15 missed. So how many attacks did he actually soak? Let's have a look here. There was a bit of miss hitting, so it only took 2. They just must have run out of attacks. But then 3, 4, 3, 4. Let's have a look at the defences while we're talking about defences. You can see on Odin's on the defending 3, 4, 6, 5. The fresh hit 9 versus 9 numbers was 7 to Down Under, 5 to Odin's Bloodline. Now, Odin's Bloodline beat Aussie WootWoot last week, and it was interesting looking over some of the bases. Most of them are the same. I sort of see them as YouTube, and what's good is it's seeing how the team too, so how Down Under assesses some of the bases and all that kind of stuff, and a lucky win to Down Under, I guess. They were under on percentage, but then just did the solids, left just the 1 Town Hall 9, and it's good to see the competition. There is a big variation in teams, and seeing all the different levels of them. But yeah, definitely some bases could be changed or tweaked week about. You see there, using that Clan Castle draw, the trigger the Tesla just to try to be that, but unfortunately that giant got through. So a good way here for Big Z to start the map and use that weakness, Queen Walk into a Gobo Ho, Hog's Tail, uses his walk to take on the enemy Queen, takes out the Clan Castle with that, and then keeps going with his walk. What's good about that walk is that there's going to be no air defense giving him any grief anytime soon, but he's only going to knock out a couple more point defenses anytime soon. So in goes Jimmy Bob with a Golem, takes out the enemy king. Golem keeps going, bowlers are going nuts, they're all underage, and you can see there was that second Tesla there just to cause that bit of a Clan Castle fail if possible. So good idea, didn't really work though. Outside giant bombs there to kind of stop the witch slaps, which are very popular at the moment. There is a few clans in King's League of MLCW that are quite proficient with that raid. So yeah, good raid from Big Z there. And I'm going to show number 10 what was interesting with this one, and like I said, is seeing the bases week about, is that this base needed a Town Hall 10 hit down last week from Aussie WootWoot. But where are we? Kylo Ren's son, he's got a 6-pack this war. On Odin's Bloodline, you had Mary and Brett with the 6-packs. And you can see he's going in with a stoned wizard bowler heroes down the bottom. Only got a level 16 Jimmy, level 30 Queen, but goes for the massive value out of the ground, and then does a bit of an interesting tail end. So hasn't drawn the Clan Castle yet. I'm not sure why you wouldn't take advantage of that Clan Castle draw. And you can see there that second jump, that's going to be to go and get Jimmy into that enemy Queen. Takes on the Clan Castle. As you can see, the Clan Castle's overwhelming him. Poison was late. The Golem's gone up without their Queen. Now you can see with that, that's one of the weaknesses of doing that style and hitting into a very late Clan Castle, is that you do risk having your Golems and that going away from your Queen. It's just one of those big problems. And then the Queen, the Clan Castle taking out your Golems, and then your Queen coming up and struggling. But luckily enough here, enough loons in the bag, did have a heal there. His Queen knocks out the enemy Queen, and she has a sliver of health left. So what we'll do is, that's all I'm going to show this week, but I will just show a little drawing, which I did try to show my team at WootWoot. I do try and help at WootWoot where I can when I'm not too busy with Aussie addicts. And what I do like with this base, you've got the Clan Castle here. So what I would like to say is, you can see there's 2 mortars there. Now you can minion and loon each one of those mortars if you so chose. But you know there's no air traps within any of this base because there's no single traps. The only spot there can be traps is in this V-neck, and it's going to be very, very unlikely that you put that. So what you can do is you can put a dragon, a poison to go in that sort of circle frame there, and then the CC just goes straight up to the dragon. You can even just go archers straight after each other if you so chose into that corner. You use that unit and then you benefit from there. So you're just bringing them up, and if you use your donated level 5 poison, you're doing massive damage to them, and that can be a really quick and effective way of dealing with a quick draw, free draw clan castle. So what we'll do now, we'll pause and we'll go into the next recap. Okay, so I'm over here at WootWoot, and it was WootWoot versus NYZombie Squad. You see 43-29. Zombie Squad I've covered in another war and saw there. They're just a clan that's keen to have a bit of a go, struggling through the season. They do use 9.5 instead of their Town Hall 10, but they don't ask the other clan to do so. So it's good they have a bit of a challenge. Now you see here for the stats there were 6 packs everywhere. Fodder, King Electro, War Demon, Nick, little Swift, little old Taylor. She got the old 6-pack as well. So yeah, you see a lot of defence there. They did get only 3 stars. One of those was from a 9.5. So I mean, struggled through, but fairly pleasant to deal with in the side of the admin side of thing, rep side of thing I should say, and yeah, they just sort of battle through. So let's have a look at a couple of the replays. We see here Stag on number 9. Stag goes in with the Golar Loon, and where are we? There we are, Shattered Golar Loon. So 2 golems. I think he had bowlers in the clan castle, and they may have walked. I had a quick look at this. Now what's happening there is that first test wall breaker got, oh look out, failed wall breakers. So didn't fully test. Golems going everywhere. So kind of lucky the golem went down to that Tesla. And you see old Jimmy Bob, he struggles through the midfield there. There's an enemy queen and a witch giving him a bit of grief, but manages to get through. Bowlers get stuck on the town hall. His queen is powering through. Good ability use there to get that while starting the air. And you see there's only the 1 air defense left. So the queen did manage to use and get that last that third air defense down. And you see a lot of hound, a lot of loons. 1 hound still not popped. Queen still going. Wizards everywhere. It was a good planned entry on that base. So did take advantage of that. And even with the wall breaker fail and golems going everywhere, managed to secure that fresh hit 3-star. Now let's have a look here at number 11. Fodder times 3. Yes, times 3. He's one of these addicts that loves the game. And we see here, it was an interesting walk. I've only watched it the 1 time. So you see he starts the queen walk on the left-hand side. It's funny when you see these offset bases, it makes you think, has he got a Tesla over in the corner? Always a good little tactic to drop 1 archer on that just in case, maybe up the top, because you're so concentrating on this side of the base that you may be zoomed in exactly like this watching the replay. You may be zoomed in and miss a Tesla on the side there. Does the queen walk. Now we've got a quick draw clan castle free draw over there, which Val, wizards and archers, so deals with that fairly easy under the rage, under the poison. Has a skelly spell for the enemies. I think he starts his golems up the top there. So pushing around with that queen walk, and she is going to absolutely slay it. I'll put this into single speed. Now you see the queen walk. She's going to push in here, and she's going to come up, and she's just going to slay it up there. Or the alternative is she pushes in here and does just as well. So you see now up the top, the golems are going for it. He's going to have to use his queen ability with no, holds onto the queen ability and pops it there. So loses one of his healers to a air heat seeker. In go the golems. In goes Jimmy Bob. Bowlers, wizards. They're going into the middle there. Loses the queen walk. That's a bit unfortunate there. The healers are going to track through that midfield there, and they're going to struggle. So they're out. But he's still got a golem in midfield there with bowlers going nuts. Good choice of that hog to pick up that outside, that remaining cannon, as he's got a fair bit going on there. Skelly spell tail. That keeps everything cleared through. Now, did we deal with the corners? We did. And that's the fresh 3. King ability still in hand. So great raid from Fods there. So yeah, lots of 6-packs here. NYZombie Squad, not sure where they go next week. It will likely be Down Under, I would guess. They'll take on Down Under. So yeah, let's pause there and go and look at the next one. Okay, last but not least, we have Hyde Goons versus JTJ2. Victory 43-41. So good week for the ACA, coming off a bad week. You see here 13 3-stars to 11, 2 stars to 4. So JTJ not clearing all of the Town Hall 9s. What was interesting was looking at some of the stats. It was 5 fresh clears to 5. Both teams used 3 hit downs from their Town Hall 10s. We'll look through their attacks as well. Only one 6-pack to Down Under, to Where Am I? Hyde Goons, and that was Dan, myself, and then you had a couple of 6-packs here. We had Totoro, Krusty Killer. So where did it go different? There was 2 bases here with 4 defences, and then 2 bases with 3 defences. But on the Hyde Goons side, you had 4 bases with 3 defends, 1 base with 4 defends, and then a couple missed. So just failing to get the reads on the Town Hall 9s and get the clears. I got smashed up nice and early. Fresh hit there from Raw, knocked me out of it. Let's have a look at our replays. I'm going to show 3 raids here. Now, not only do I preach the stink fingers, people go, shit, Bando, you love that raid. I do love it. But let's have a look at the start of this base. You see there, I use the old minion loon trick, and that's 3 loons, 1 minion, got me 3 mortars straight away on the outside, and the additional 2 were thrown in there to make sure I got that arch tower. Now, minion draw down the bottom. This is where I've paused. You see a pause and I think, righto, drop a poison down. I've got 1 baby dragon. I draw the clan castle into that baby dragon. Baby dragon. Which clan castles? Also a Valk. So I throw in a barbarian to draw that Valk into that cluster. Now that's going to try and run out of that poison, so you use another barbarian to bring it down, and you start your heroes. So that's gotten all of the clan castle out of it. You've got both the heroes here, and then my heroes are going to path this direction. That was the whole intention of it. That's exactly why I used the 2 loons on the archer tower, so I could do that. You see, open up the stink up the top there. Very, very simple deploy. And all you're doing is you're chasing your hogs with heals. So hogs did a good split. That's with the stink. You get the 2-finger split. And you see the hogs are just going through midfield there. Lots of stuff left. Lots of hogs. There was a corner Tesla. Didn't need to worry about that. Start getting DPS cleanup down. And the skeleton spell was just chucked out just to try and tank the enemy king. Lots of DPS, lots of hogs left. Absolutely smashed the base. So you see there a good use of that minion and loon on the to draw the fire from the air defense, so you can get that mortar down. I wanted to look at number 7 as well. This is Ari's come to give a hand here. He's gone as one of their subs. Now Ari loves his earthquake setting. And on these big open bases, you see these dirty great big open cell bases, that earthquake set is going to give him a good chunk of access for all of his core squad, and that means he's going to be able to surgical loon and get the rest of the base. Absolutely good read. Gets the clan castle early, which is a good key part of the EQ set, because you get no poison. It's a bit of a risk, but you get that rage up. Your group's going to go through there and absolutely smash it. So gets the corner buildings as well, knocks them out, starts to look at his hogging. You see there, only used, I think it was 8 hogs there nice and early. That's good because he's got 2 heals, but he doesn't even need to use them yet. Does he need to use them at all? No. So 2 heals left. Very, very good read of that base. So you can just see there the power of the earthquake set. analysing with that big open base set. I did see one of the clans this weekend love their earthquake sets. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, great raid from Ari there. And number 11 I was going to show, I think Mark had a good witch slap. Where are we? 4 healers, 10 witches. You know, like people talk about these witch slaps and say it's just slapping them down and all of that. You've got to read the bases. It's like the old stink finger raid, you know, like that's a very spam type raid, but some people can't pull them off because they don't read those bases well. This was a good read of the base. He's done well with it. Gets his golem to go down the guts, gets his heroes to go up the guts, CC bowlers, and you see the witches, 4 on each flank. They're doing well. They've got their healers. Second jump to get him in midfield. Jimmy Bob's already used his rage. You see there, the Queen's absolutely loving it. You've got one witch just dropping in midfield there, but the skeletons, they swap over on that bottom flank there. Jimmy, he's down for the count, and there's skeletons everywhere, witches everywhere. So that was an absolutely amazing read of the base. Smashed it, shows the power of the witch slap. And well done there. So yeah, unlucky for JTJ. This was probably the better war for the week. I saw out of the 3 of them, fairly low percentages on the 10s. So yeah, that's a wrap up for the week. Hope you guys enjoyed, and clash on.